Let me start with something uncomfortable. Your first thought is rarely your smartest thought. It's simply the fastest one. And speed is not intelligence. Here's the truth most people miss. Your first thought is not designed to be accurate. It's designed to reduce uncertainty as quickly as possible. Let me explain how that quietly sabotages you. The human brain evolved under pressure. Thousands of years ago, hesitation could get you killed. Quick judgments meant survival. So the brain built a system that answers fast, not carefully, not accurately, fast. That system is still running today. But your environment has changed. You're no longer avoiding predators. You're navigating people. Negotiations, careers, money, reputation, long-term consequences, and speed is no longer your advantage. It's your blind spot. Now watch how your first thought actually forms. Something happens, a comment, a delay, a look, a message, a result. Your brain instantly asks, what's the simplest explanation that lets me move on? Not what's most accurate. Not what's most complete. Just what's fast. That answer becomes your first thought, and because it arrives instantly, it feels authoritative. But authority without examination is just assumption. Now let's make this painfully relatable. Someone doesn't reply to your message. First thought, they're ignoring me. A plan doesn't work. First thought, this was a mistake. Someone challenges your idea. First thought, they don't get it. Notice the pattern. First thoughts are usually self-centered, emotionally charged, simplistic. They protect ego and reduce ambiguity. That's their job. Now here's the deeper mechanism. Your first thought is driven by emotion in the moment, recent experiences, old patterns, unresolved wounds, fear, or desire. It's not driven by evidence. It's driven by memory shortcuts. Your brain reaches for the closest template it already has. Last time this happened, it meant X. So this must mean X again. Efficient, but often wrong. Now here's where damage happens. Once your first thought appears, your mind switches roles. It stops investigating. It starts defending. Everything after becomes justification. You selectively notice information that supports the first thought and ignore information that contradicts it. So the mistake isn't just the first thought. It's the loyalty you give it. Now let's talk about power and manipulation. Why are impulsive people easy to control? Because manipulators work at the level of first thoughts. They provoke emotion fast. Anger, fear, excitement, flattery. Once your first thought locks in, they don't need to convince you. You'll do the rest. You'll rationalize your reaction. That's why outrage spreads faster than understanding. Now turn this inward. This matters. How often do you confuse reaction with insight? How often do you say, I just knew something was off, when what you really mean is, I reacted quickly? How many arguments escalated because no one paused long enough to question their first interpretation? How many decisions aged badly because speed felt decisive? Now here's the part people don't like hearing. First thoughts often protect identity. If someone criticizes you, the first thought deflects blame. If something fails, the first thought externalizes cause. If uncertainty appears, the first thought grabs certainty. Those reactions feel strong, but they block learning. Because learning requires doubt, and doubt feels weak. Now here's the shift strong people make. They don't try to eliminate first thoughts. They expect them, but they refuse to obey them immediately. They treat the first thought like a draft, not a conclusion. When a first thought appears, they pause. They ask, what else could this be? What information am I missing? If my first interpretation is wrong, what's another explanation? What would a calm version of me think in an hour? They understand this rule. The faster a thought arrives, the more likely it's built on assumption, so they insert space. Not hesitation, space. And in that space, clarity forms. Now listen carefully. Your first thought wants relief. Your second thought wants accuracy. Your first thought reacts. Your second thought reasons. Most people never reach the second thought because the first one feels convincing enough. That's why they repeat the same mistakes with different people, different situations, different years. Now remember this, speed creates confidence, slowness creates judgment. If a thought feels obvious, that's not confirmation, that's the signal to pause. Because the people who win long-term aren't the fastest thinkers. They're the ones who slow down before committing. This was why your first thought is usually wrong. Stay sharp.
Thanks for spending time with us. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget, check the description for the links to the resources and the original books we used today. We'll see you in the next one.